Morning, everybody. Welcome to our weekly market update. Today, I've got Maddie with me. How are you going, Maddie?
Good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
What's been happening in the property management world this week?
Lots. I feel like I say that every time, but lots has been happening.
I think lots is just property management generally.
Just generally, yes.
There's always lots and lots of stuff. So,
yes, yeah. Usually we're promised a bit of a lull in winter, but it hasn't happened for a couple of years, so still getting used to that.
Yeah.
But we do have 12 properties online, so it's gotten a little bit smaller.
A little bit better. That's good.
But the kicker is we should have 6 of them finalised by the end of the week. So making a bit more space for those new ones that are coming in.
I believe there's quite a few new ones coming in that we have, so lots of brand new, exciting ones around the Humberville area that you will have coming up. So if people are wanting to rent nice new shiny things, then come and talk to Maddie because she's going to have some more details on those over the coming weeks.
Absolutely.
But there'll be lots of options there. So
they're great too. Perfect. I love them. I've moved into them.
How's the tenant inquiry going? We're getting still steady?
Yeah, still pretty steady. We've got a lot of people that are pretty quick to follow up their applications as well. So once they've made that decision to move or pick a property, they're pretty firm on it.
Yeah, okay.
Also though, interesting, current tenants are pretty quick to follow up their lease renewals. So sometimes before, we do it about 3 months out, but sometimes even before that, we've got people making sure that they can secure their lease for another 12 months just to make sure that they can stay in place. So, yeah, it's really good. So the ones that are there, they want to stay, but at least I guess the good thing is that we are helping the rental crisis at the moment. Like we're helping with the people that are finally helping with the people that have been looking for a really long time, haven't been able to secure anything when we just didn't have anything for so long. It's nice to finally have so much so we can help so many people. So
a few more people moving out where they were staying put after COVID and for longer periods of time and things like that. So,
that's good. And more inquiries on 2-year leases initially as well, which we don't generally do, but it just shows the eagerness for people to just want somewhere constant to just stay for a while, which is good.
Yeah, changing, isn't it? So,
How about sales? How's the weekend?
We had a bit on. We were quite busy. I guess a lot of appointments. We didn't have any opens for the first time in forever, but quite a few appointments. A few buyers down for interstate. Quite a few inspections. So the week's been fairly busy. We've got a few contracts together, so still quite positive as far as the contracts that we have got together. There's a lot of properties that are not getting heaps of inquiry though, so buyers are being very selective. Some are getting a lot of inquiry and some are not getting a lot, so it sort of seems to be still very price sensitive, that properties that are reasonably attractively priced are getting a lot of interest, and probably similar to you guys. It's sort of something that stands out from the crowd a little bit, either in its marketing quality, presentation or price. We're getting the interest, and if we're not ticking those boxes, the people are just watching those houses. The views are great online. People are looking. They're just not acting. They're not going through to talking to us, inquiring. You actually go to the property, and there's something standing out. It's definitely just a bit of caution out there, but certainly lots of positive signs for future. Looking at some of the economic indicators and some of the reports that we've had out over the last week or two, looking like it's going to be, getting close to the bottom of the cycle right now, or bottomed out. Eastern seaboard markets, and they're tipping within a year or so to be back to 2021, 22 peak prices within about 12 to 18 months from now, from a couple of those indicators. So it seems like we're sort of around the bottom over the next few months, and then trending back up slightly, so that'll be a bit more positive in the market.
I guess as well, like just from sticky leaking from around the office, there'd be more people that would have successful contracts with conditions at the moment, as opposed to when it was at peak as well. A lot more high risk contracts for sellers and low risk for buyers, compared subject to a lot of conditions. And probably a couple of years ago, even a year ago, people were removing those conditions to be competitive, and now they don't have to remove them. They leave them in there. Even if they're not going to use them, they still leave them in there a lot of the time to give themselves that safety element. So that's certainly been
Yeah, so for buyers, they can do subject to selling and subject to clauses a lot more, and probably have those accepted on half the houses where it might have only been one in 10 or 20,
It was crazy.
18 months ago that would even consider a subject to sale, and then it would have had to be 20% above the asking price to get someone to think about it probably. So, so probably similar to tenants, you're getting the people who have sat back out of that market a bit, stayed put now coming into the market because they can. So, we had a big day up at football on Saturday.
We did. I was going to say that's probably why you didn't have any open homes.
A couple of staff there. So again, we were the major sponsor of the Indigenous round, which we've done for a few years since Gilmanville pioneered that, and we've had a few different sponsors of our property management team. Jordan sponsored a team, the office sponsored a couple. So we've had different jumpers there with different sponsorship on them, and
got 3 wins for the day.
3 wins. So tell us a little bit more about that. Who did you play?
So the women, we started at 10, played South East Suns. They're a lot like us in the competitive side of things. So they're just very aggressive and they'll bring it, which is nice. Got the win, thankfully. Then the reserves, they had us scared for the first quarter or two, but they managed to come away with the win as well. And seniors, look, it's going to be hard to beat them. So yes, they did as well. But while the reserves were on, we organised the handball competition, or not really a competition, just a bit of fun, which was a bit of a hit with young and old.
Lots of people lining up and lots of prizes given away, and a few competitive ones. A few kids probably outdid the adults.
Yes, so, Jordan challenged a lot of people to a competition and lost every one of them, but that's fine. And then that night, didn't win a car. I didn't win a car for the 25-year anniversary, but
somebody did.
Yes, Nick did. It was really good. Great night. It was so good to celebrate the team of 25 years, and look, the club just went all out. It was such a good night. It was really good to be a part of.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Well, so yes, that was a reasonably big event, and I guess this month we are doing some fundraising for Hobart City Mission. So not fundraising as such, donations for food and jackets and things. So there are donation bins in our office for tubs, not bins, for food. If anybody's going to be a part of that, we're doing that in the staff, but anyone else that wants to drop anything in, that's sitting in our front foyer. So non-perishable items, we're going to see if we can give them a bit of a boost this month to get lots of stuff out there for the Gilmanville collection point that seeing a really increased demand. So
and it was I didn't know what that was for. Like, I'd seen them set up every Tuesday, I think, for a while, and I wasn't sure what they were doing until Tamika went and had a chat to them. And I walked past there last Tuesday when they were setting up, and there were so many people there waiting to have a look through the stuff. I think it was bread last week. There's obviously a lot of people that need it. So honestly, even if it's one thing, everything counts.
Yeah, it does. So I think that's about it for this week, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on the update.